Hi everyone, today we have a small, medium unboxing from ziicube, and the package makes a bit of a rattling noise, so I'm slightly worried. There was a previous box in the same order, but I didn't upload it because it was nothing I haven't shown before, nothing unusual. But this one has some slightly more obscure puzzles that might be interesting. So let me just unload that box if I can. Alright, I'll just empty everything and then sort it. Keychains, budget cubes, you know you can expect some budget cubes on this channel. Cheers. And nothing seems to be broken, that's nice. Alright then. There you go. Okay, that's a bit much, so let me sort it. That's interesting. New box for the Mailong. We'll look at that in a bit. What's that? Okay, that's yes. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yep. So, my God, where do I start? Okay. This I get because I like to carry a small puzzle in my pocket everywhere. And a pillowed one, regardless of the size, is always more comfortable. It's less pointy, you know. So I get this one, and I got two in order to get rid of this stupid thing. I hope the other one, yeah, doesn't matter. The shades are nice. Seems to perform adequately. Not much to say about that. That's just a Mailong. I got two regular Mailong 3C, which will combine with some macaron one I have somewhere to make stickerless molecube. Do I need a stickerless molecube? Certainly not. Do I have a stickered one that I don't know how to solve? Yes, I do. Nevertheless, this should be fun. This is an interesting detail. This is the box that this one came in. Apparently they're thinking of making a transparent version, which is the first I hear of it. Interesting. So the cubes, I don't know if I've shown this one before on my channel, but you've seen it elsewhere. The shades really are all different from the standard one, including the white, which is a slightly off-white eggshell kind of color. Not a big difference when you look at it like that. but in the dark it's noticeable, and it's nice to have a slightly less bright white. Okay, this is just a replacement. I had one and lost it. This is the 3 cm, well, no longer cube in classroom and now Meilong, I guess. It's a lovely cube. The whole series, all of the sizes are great. This is a little too small to be practical, but it's still really fun to have and to occasionally solve. You can speed solve this, you just can't do all your normal algs, but it's speed solvable. Alright. So this I also, I still have mine, but it's destroyed. But instead of just replacing it, I actually ordered 6, and I'm gonna make false cubes, because why not? 35 millimeters is a really great size, I think. I need at least 40 to be able to get semi-normal times, but this is big enough that I can still do normal algs slower. Whereas this one is just a little too small for that, and my fingers catch on everything. So I'm gonna make false cubes out of those. Okay, this is just regular old magic. I was actually planning to order a magnetic one and a normal one. The magnetic was out of stock, so I figured I'd order it later at some point. And I want to put the normal springs in the new magnetic one. But also I'm running out of little magics to take washers out of, to put in Moyo cubes. So you know, it's been years since the first one, but I always enjoy opening a little magic box and doing some turns. It's really such a pleasant cube out of the box. Anyway. So this is a puzzle that I've been seeing for a long time, but initially I thought it was just a 2x2, and I wasn't interested. But then I finally understood it's actually a 4x4. So it's basically just the centers of a 4x4 with colorless corners. And these things move. Oh my, this is gonna need some lube, I think. Ho ho ho! Oh, that's old school. So I mean, it's a ball, so that's fun. And when I understood that this was a 4x4 with just centers, I thought, oh, I should have thought of that and made a sticker mod like that, or a piece mod or something like that. But this looks like fun, but it's not gonna be fun in this state. I have to lube it abundantly. Oh. Yeah, it's very, very stiff, but a fun idea. Alright, so this is a Fangshi Jaiyun, regular size. I got it because it has some historical value, and that's enough of a justification for me to get yet another cube. If you thought the GTS 3 was the first cube that had ridges, well, you were mistaken. This is the one. Except this one has ridges in the style of a Galaxy Megaminx, so with each piece ridged. You see the stickers are inside the ridges. that go all around each piece. I get some extra stickers for this, expecting these to be trash, but they're very good actually, because on the Shuangren the stickers are terrible, but this is fine. I'm also mildly curious how it performs, but I mostly got it for that sort of historical anecdote. Oh wow. So visually the mechanism of all the Fangxi 3x3s look quite similar, but this feels extremely different from a Shuangren. It doesn't have any of that scratchiness. I don't know if it's just a different plastic or a different mold, but it feels like a more normal cube, so to speak. It is, unlike the Shuangren, very tight out of the box and cannot corner cut much, but it feels nice. I look forward to setting it up and playing with it. This is also sort of a historical footnote kind of thing. I mean, I only got it because it was heavily discounted, but it's a Modular M3. These stupid boxes. Moyu had a phase with these things, and it's I cannot say enough bad things about them. Stupid. So I was intrigued about this cube because it seems to have a lot of very modern design features. Let me see if I can open it. So this is pretty standard. This maybe you wouldn't see so much these days, but it's just an edge. This corner looks a lot like an MF3 RS2 corners, with the pointy bits here to prevent corner twisting. And if you look at the center with this little square on the bottom that is sticking out, that's basically exactly the center of the MF3 RS, or rather the RS3M 2020. Well, you get your names fixed, Jesus. So I was curious, this sort of flew under the radar a bit when it was released, but there were a ton of great cubes released in that era, so it was easy to miss, and I'm kind of curious to try it out, see if it was ahead of its time, or... Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. For a cube from, what, 2016 or something? It's pretty nice. Very solid corner cutting. Very hard to corner twist. Yeah, interesting. I think it was more innovative than it was given credit for, maybe at the time. Also interesting how at some point Moyu decided this is the shape of stickers we're gonna use forever. It didn't last long, but because this is clearly not a good fit for the actual pieces, but you know, it works. All right. This is a Guanlong V3. I have the V1 and the V2. Do I still have a V1? I'm not sure. Anyway, the reason I'm intrigued enough to spend 60 cents on this is it looks from the pictures exactly like a Chi sail or like a Shengshou Legend, but it's 10 grams lighter. So I'm curious what they did to make that happen and how it feels. Interesting, it has a slightly matte finish to the plastic on the inside. Interesting. I think I like the sail better. But I mean, this works. This is a good cube if you want to buy a sticker cube for someone who's starting actually. And that's probably what's gonna happen to it. I'm probably gonna give it to someone. Yeah, somehow not as nice as the sail. I think the springs are a little too soft as well compared to the sail. But interesting, and certainly an improvement over the version 2. I also had... there. So I got 6 of those. This is the Warrior S. Now I hate the Warrior W. I think it feels very bad and performs poorly, and the shades are terrible. However, I really like the red on it. That's the only thing I like about it. And so I figured if this is even marginally better than the original Warrior, and it looks like they didn't replace the center pieces, but just the center caps. That's interesting. Then it's worth making a force cube just to have that particular red. Oh Jesus! It's very tight. It feels a lot better than the Warrior W. Lighter, faster. Yeah, corner cutting is still going to be underwhelming, I think, even after setup. But yeah, I think I can make this work and be satisfied with this. So I'll only keep the red and probably make sandwich cubes out of the rest or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a bad cube, but I'm satisfied with the performance, given that I wanted that red on a cube. But really, there is absolutely no other reason to buy this when the Meilong exists. This is ridiculous. And finally, these are 2 Bochuan GTS. I have no idea how that performs. They were very cheap and, I mean, heavily discounted, and they had pink and they had blue. And I'm planning to do a piece swap mod, although it could be a few weeks or months before you see that, because taking apart 5x5s is a major pain. Ugh, it's pretty dirty. Hope it's on the outside. It is very looby and disgusting. Okay. I'll use my t-shirt to wipe that. I have no idea how the cube performs, but it doesn't really matter for a mod. And I'm gonna make, let me grab a cube here. I'm gonna make something like this, a checkerboard cube, which is actually a 2-color cube, but with 5x5 and with pink and blue. That should look cool. That should be a pain to put together, and I will obviously have 2 of them when I'm done, so I guess I will sell one or trade one at the competition. And in the meantime, I will have some pretty 5x5s to play with. Huh. This is not as bad as I imagined. I mean, it's a very old cube. But I guess 5x5 has been decent for a while. I mean, this is usable, it's not, you know... Feels pretty smooth. I mean, it's not, you know, it's not magnetic modern one, but it's okay. Maybe I'll do a couple of solves on camera. Let me know if you want to see either one of them or both of them being solved before I de-sticker them. Do you de-sticker or do you unsticker? I'm not sure. This one's a little better than the other one, a bit closer maybe. Alright, I think that's about it. See you next time.